Hello, my dear students, and welcome once again to another video for our class in PF101 Event-Driven Programming. In this video, we are going to start our lessons on handling events in JavaFX applications. Of course, before we do handling events, we also need to know how to program the graphical user interface where the events are going to happen. And as a first step in this video, we are going to take a look at how to prepare a development environment for JavaFX. So the things that we need to grab from the internet are the following. We'll be using the IntelliJ IDEA as our development environment for the rest of our course. It's an awesome development environment. There is a free version called the Community Edition, which is the one we are going to use for the rest of the course. Also, of course, we are going to need the Java JDK. I'll be using the version 11. I assume, of course, that you already have Java JDK on your machines, since that is the one that we were using in the past for our previous lessons. And the thing that is going to be needed very importantly in this set of courses is, of course, the JavaFX SDK, and I'll be using JavaFX 11 version. So let's take a look at how to grab all these things and set things up in order to have a working environment for developing JavaFX applications. Okay, so I am here now in my browser. I'm in my desktop, and let me open up my browser to download the things that we need. First of all, we're going to download here are the IntelliJ IDE. This is the one we're gonna need, and let's take a look. Look for the download link. So here's the download link right here, and we're gonna be downloading the Community Edition. And this website by JetBrains, which is the creator of IntelliJ, has a unique way of asking input from the user, and it looks like we're typing on a terminal. So of course I'm gonna say yes. Okay, and so here we are going to download now our IDE. Another thing that we're going to download, of course, is the SDK for the JavaFX, and you can go to open javafx.io. Right, so this is here where you can find the documentation on how to set up our JavaFX. But to download, let's also search here Java FX SDK, which is going to be here. We won't be using the Oracle because we'll be using the open source one, and it's on Gluon HQ. So let me click on that, and here are the set of links that allows us to download the SDK for our versions of operating systems. I'm using Windows, so I have here JavaFX Windows SDK, and right here we have the LTS version of version 11. Of course, if you want to have get the latest release, we have here the version 16 for Windows 64 SDK, but I'll be using the LTS version. Click on download here and save. Now we're downloading both the IDEA, IntelliJ IDEA, and the OpenJFX SDK package. So once they are finished downloading, we will continue with our installation and setup of our environment. So the OpenJFX is already done. Let me open up that folder, and what we can do with this zip file, this is a zip file, is to simply uncompress it into a safe location. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to C drive, and I'm going to create a new folder here. I call this folder dev sources. right? And inside of these dev sources, I'm gonna extract the downloaded OpenJFX. So I'm gonna open this up in a new window, and go back to dev sources, and just simply drag this folder right there to extract our JavaFX SDK. All right. Another thing we need to do while it's already done downloading the IntelliJ IDEA, let's just open it up now and double click on the installer to install it. And yes. Okay, next. Just go with the flow. Right, while this is installing, we need to do something with our environment variables. So we go here and we click type on variables, and you see here edit system environment variables. Click on that under the environment variables, and inside of the system variables we need to add a Java home variable here. So we click on new, and in the variable name we have it in capital letters Java underscore home, and then for the variable value we simply browse to the directory of where our Java installation is, and I think it's in C program files Java. There you go, JDK. Click on that, click on OK, and there you go. So you have your Java home right there. Okay, let's go back to our IntelliJ installation. So it's still installing. I'm gonna pause the video for now, and I'll continue when it's done. Okay, so the installation is done. Let me try and run IntelliJ IDEA Community Edition. I'm gonna run this because we are going to install a few plugins just to prepare the IDE for as part of the requirement for building or running in JavaFX applications. I want to send anonymous contribute to the information for them to work better on their IDE. So now we go to plugins, and inside of plugins here on the search box, I'm gonna search for JavaFX, and I think I'll do this one, as well as the FXML helper, and we click on accept because this is a third-party plugin. All right. What else? I think that's it. Wonder what, if you want, you can also install Tornado FX, which is a nice framework. But if you're using Kotlin as a language for building Android application or JavaFX applications as well. So it says restart IDE. We'll start this one. Alright, so we have downloaded and installed IntelliJ IDEA for our environment development environment, and we have also extracted the SDK onto a safe folder right here on dev source. We have our JavaFX SDK version 11. All right, and so let's try and create a new project, JavaFX project, and make it run. So when we are able to create a new JavaFX project, we know for sure that our working environment is ready. So we go to projects here and click on new project, and under new project we have here JavaFX, all right, and JavaFX application. click on next. We give it a name. So I'll just call this Hello FX right there. And because we'll be building the immortal Hello World application. Alright, it says here download library from Maven repository. No, we're not going to use Maven actually. Oh, what happened? I'm not gonna do that. Okay, our repository is right here. We'll be using our own local repository, our own local dependencies, I should say. Okay. So first thing we need to do is to go to File and go to Project Structure, just to make sure we have here our project, and we are using version 11 right here. Next is we go to Libraries, and we don't have a library, and we're going to add the library, which is the library folder from our JavaFX SDK. So you click on the plus sign here on the Java library, and we know that it was in dev sources right here, dev sources JavaFX, and we're going to select the live folder. Click on OK for that, and click OK again, and then so that's our lib folder. And we have a problem. It says that artifact JavaFX can't build FX. FX deploy is not available in this JDK. We'll fix that later on. So, okay, let me see. Project, modules, libraries. So when we do that, if we check on our main.java, we see no errors. It means that these imports were working. Although it still says it's analyzing. I don't know, it's inspecting. Oh, we do have a problem. Just a warning. Oh, it's no problem. Okay. So next we need to do is, if we run this, it's not going to work yet. Although we have here a sample code, or a initial code where we have our main, and our controller has nothing in it, but the main creates a root and a stage, and in that stage we call upon the root, which is our UI file, which is an fxml, and then shown that stage, and the fxml is just a blank grid pane, but it's not going to work yet. What we can do here is we are going to do something with our run configurations. So we go on the main, we click on edit configurations. What we need to do here is to add our VM options into our run configurations. First, before we do something here, we need to copy the path to our JavaFX SDK. So we go back to our SDK right here, and inside of the lib, or was it the lib? Yeah, I think it's the lib. Right, and copy this file here, this path, because we're gonna put it here as part of the VM options. So we go to modify options. By the way, alright, we go to modify options, and we have add VM options here, and we can type in here the actually I can't remember the VM options, but it's found in the JavaFX documentation right here. So we go down there and getting started, and there is a link for JavaFX and IntelliJ right here, and we'll be using the non-modular, and we won't be using Maven and Gradle. We'll be doing the non-modular from IDE. So here is the instructions on how to do that, and we go directly down to the VM options, which is right here on Windows. Here's the VM option. So it says -- module path, and then the path to the lib folder of our JavaFX. I'll just copy that, and add modules JavaFX.controls as well as JavaFX.fxml. So that's what we're going to put in there, but we need to change this path here to the actual path of where our SDK was. So oops, what happened? Let me remove this one. And again, go back to the lib folder where we can copy the path and paste it in here. So there's the path to our JavaFX. And click on apply and click on OK. And let's try. I hope that this is going to run. Before we run, let's put something inside of our UI. Let's put a text. There we go. And just say hello FX. And let's try and run this program now. I hope this is going to work. Alright, so there you go. We are now able to run a JavaFX application. This is a very simple JavaFX application, but we know for sure now that our working environment is ready for building JavaFX applications. So that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching and see you again in the next one. Bye bye.